Good morning everyone. In today's video, we will discuss about lesson 7 Evans tries an O level written by Colin Dexter. Colin Dexter, he was an English crime writer known for his Inspector Morse novels. His book Last Bus to Woodstock was published in 1975. He was the first one who introduced the character of Inspector Morse to the world. He was the recipient of several Crime Writers Association awards. And in 1996, he received McCavity Award for his story Evans Tries an O Level. Introduction. The story Evans Tries an O Level, written by Colin Dexter, is an escape mystery, a thriller depicting how a prisoner called James Roderick Evans, known as Evans the Break, is able not only to devise foolproof plan for his escape from prison but also procure items like false beard, a pair of spectacles, a dog collar, and so on for his disguise. In spite of all the extra precautions prison authorities took to keep him in. What comes as a great surprise in the plot of the story is the element of mystery that becomes intense as the escape is right under the nose of prison officials. The comic element in the mystery gets highlighted when the officials themselves escort the prisoner out of the jail. At times, overdoing things and also overlooking minor details, yet important ones, can backfire, and this is what exactly happened in the plot. On one hand, the well equipped and efficient jail authorities laid out a foolproof network to keep Evans from breaking away, but on the other hand was the prisoner himself, who too had meticulously laid out for himself a foolproof plan that worked out well because of his crafty brain and above all with the help and involvement of an intelligent team good at befooling others and seeing to the fact that their plan should not go awry. Characters in the story: James Roderick Evans, a prisoner, secretary of the examination board, a higher official of the examination board, governor, the governor of H.M. Prison, Oxford, Mr. Jackson, a prison officer, Mr. Stephens, another prison officer, Reverend Stuart McCleary, an invigilator, Mr. Carter, a detective superintendent, Mr. Bell, a detective chief inspector. Summary: Evans, a congenital kleptomaniac. Congenital means by birth. Kleptomaniac means who has the habit of stealing things without any reason. He was imprisoned thrice. It means he was put into the jail 3 times, and somehow every time he had managed to escape from prison. It was for this reason that he is called Evans the Break. He was greatly skilled at impersonating other people. He expressed a desire to appear in O level German examination, which also was his effort to break the prison. The governor contacted the examination board and arranged an O level exam for Evans. The story begins in the Oxford prison, where the governor contacts the assistant secretary of examination board on the telephone. Evans, one of the prisoners, wanted to appear for the O-level German exam. He was already taking private tuitions for the same. The governor, when asked by the board, confirmed that Evans was not violent but a congenital kleptomaniac. It was decided that he would appear for the exam in the cell, and a person from St. Mary's Church would invigilate and Evans should remain incommunicado. All the preparations for Ivan's examination were made. He had escaped from the jail 3 times earlier and was supposed to be shifted to another house later. The governor was very irritated by Evans and did not want to take any chance. On June 7 at 8:30 p.m., the German tutor who was giving private tuition to Evans wished him good luck as he had his exam the next day. On 8th June, Mr. Jackson and Stephens, the two jail officers, entered Evans' room and took all the precautionary steps. They took away his razor after he shaved along with his nail scissors and nail file. They asked Evans to take off his untidy white and red hat, but Evans requested them to let it remain with him as it was his lucky cap. At 8:45, Reverend McCleary left his flat and reached the prison. He had a small brown briefcase containing a sealed question paper, a yellow immigration form, a special ID card, a paper knife, the Bible, and a newspaper. The exam was to be held at 9:15 in Evans' cell. At 9:10, the governor switched on the receiver. Evans' cell was locked and prison officers were on alert. The examination started with the paper name 021-1, the index number 313, and the center number was 271. At 9:40, the governor got a call from the examination board that a correction slip was left behind, and so the governor allowed the correction slip with the spelling of golden line. The examination continued, and Stephens kept a watch on the cell. At 10:50, Evans requested for permission to wrap a blanket around him. At 11:25, the exam got over. Stephens personally escorted McCleary to the prison gate. He was looking slimmer and his Scots accent was more prominent. Everything went off well. Stephens thought of having a last look at Evans before getting relieved and was shocked to find a man lying in Evans' chair covered with blood. It was McCleary. Evans was reported to have escaped. Police and ambulance were called. McCleary shot the question paper and said that he knew where Evans was. The governor instructed McCleary to be taken to the hospital. He was shown a photocopied sheet. Yes, McCleary, he showed a photocopy sheet to the governor on which some instructions were given to Evans in German language. After some time, Carter reported that Evans could not be traced out and had left McCleary at Redcliffe Hospital. The governor called at the hospital and found that there was no McCleary. Later, it was discovered that the real McCleary was found gagged and bound in his house. Now the fact came to the notice that it was Evans who had stayed as McCleary in the cell. Meanwhile, Evans was enjoying his freedom at a luxurious hotel, but he was surprised and shocked to find the governor in his room. Evans felt defeated and confessed that there was no mistake in the spelling of Golden Line, but it had been done since the hotel had not been fixed. Evans appreciates the governor's intelligence. Evans reveals all the facts of the game he had played with the help of his friends. He described that the correction slip was used to convey the name of the hotel and know what time the exam had started. The governor told him once that when he put 313 oblique 217, he knew that it referred to the middle of Cheaping Norton. McCleary had won 2 collars, two black fronts, etc. And Evans had changed all this get-up under the blanket. The governor was very keen to know from where he got blood to pour on his face. Evans admitted that it was pig's blood in the rubber ring that McCleary had brought. Now, Evans is handcuffed and ushered into the prison van. The van left and it turned right from Chipping Norton. The prison officers unlocked the handcuffs and asked Evans where he would like to go. In fact, they were Evans' friends. Evans had once again outsmarted the governor. Theme. This story showcases a clash between the wit and intelligence of a criminal and the idiocy and stupidity of the law enforcing authorities, in which Evans the Greek hoodwinks the jail authorities and manages to escape from the prison. So, this is all about the story Evans tries an O level. Thank you. Thank you so much.